Welcome to another Toy Paradise, to another reveal of this week's purchases. It is freaking hot. Trying to get some air in here. But if I turn on the fan, there's too much noise. So, there is some insane things I picked up this week. Let's start off with the books. Picked up Runaway Ralph, the second in the trilogy for Ralph. So I finally have the entire collection. Also picked up The Witches. They've have two movies out. The original and a reboot, I guess, or remaster. I still love the original better. Although the remaster, of course, has better graphics, better CGI, better capabilities. The story itself I love, and I wanted to read the books, so still a few more books, well, not a few, a lot more books I want to pick up. Also found Rival Turf for the Super NES. So this is the first game. There's I believe, Rival Turf 2, and the third game in the series is the Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper is pretty expensive. I still have mine. Picked up the original finally. Just need to find number 2. There's a lot of games I want to pick up. Super Nintendo, Nintendo Genesis, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, GameCube. And speaking of which, so unfortunately the box itself is an old GameStop used game. However, GameCube, Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters. I've been trying to find this for some time. I would love to try and find all the Godzilla games I can, especially the PS4 Godzilla. I did get the Dreamcast Godzilla games. I got the Sega Saturn Godzilla game, which is a strategy game. You actually play the Space Marines, I guess, the military trying to stop the monsters. If you like strategy games, it's a great strategy game. I still have the Godzilla game for the Super Nintendo. It wasn't the greatest game, but it's still a Godzilla game, so it was a must-have. There was never a Genesis Godzilla game, I don't think. There was a PS1 Godzilla game. which I can't remember what it was. The PS2 is, of course, I think the PS2 is the Destroy All Monsters, and the next one. So having it for GameCube, awesome. So I did finally get my Ursula. Box is a little dented, but I mean the price was cheap. It's from the Disney Little Mermaid, $5.68. Has Ariel. I think I have that one. I have to check. Ariel in a dress. Eric, I believe. Prince Eric. Scuttle, the chef, and the two Ursulas. Of course, it comes with the two Eos. So glad I finally got that Ursula. That's the one I've been looking for. I think I just need to find two Mulans, maybe another Pocahontas, another Merida, another Ariel. It's an ongoing thing. At the other book off, forgot to take off all the prices, which sucks. I hate these things. It was a pretty good price though. So I am one step closer to finishing my X-Men collection. Finally have the Nightcrawler. Swashbuckling from, I believe, Excalibur. X-Men 1088. Has Cable, Quicksilver, Archangel, I believe that's Psylocke, Storm, Sabretooth, Gambit, Dark Phoenix, and Rogue. I've been wanting this Nightcrawler for a while. I wanted the other one with the Banff and the Cloud, but it was in one of the bigger boxes, so I'd rather have these smaller pops. So for the X-Men, all I'm looking for is a certain Cyclops, which is pretty much the video game Cyclops. Basically the blue and yellow one. And the Flying Rogue. Anything else after that is just add-ons to that collection. Also, I am literally finished with my Funko Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, or pretty much the bad guys for the X-Men. I say finish, but of course there are a couple other characters I would love to get. Possibly Blob, if he's in Funko size, the smaller. Definitely Pyro, and definitely a cartoon or a comic accurate Apocalypse. But I finally have Polaris, glow in the dark. She is a Funko exclusive 2021 Fall Convention Limited Edition. It has the same back as Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is the Walgreens exclusive, sorry. And the Little Mermaid is, or Ursula is actually the Little Mermaid 30th anniversary. Alright, 2 more pops. These I have to thank Joseph Woods for selling me these. I've kind of been looking for them for a little while. If you guys want to check his YouTube page out, it is Woods, Woods Collectibles. He literally has a lot of Funko unboxing going on. His 2 daughters is there helping him. It's a great family YouTube, especially if you're into Funkos. But with my X-Men Funkos almost complete, my Sinister Six Funkos almost complete, I would love to get Prowler and Sandman. The X-Men Brotherhood X-Villains is almost complete. I love to say my Spider-Man is almost complete, but I keep finding stuff. But I am one step closer to completing my cartoon Funko collection with Jonny Quest. It is a Pop Animation Funko.com exclusive, Jonny Quest 825. Has Johnny and Bandit, and Haji is the second. Unfortunately, they did not have either Race Bannon or Dr. Quest. This was a very old cartoon. And so for me, if you've ever watched the Venture Brothers cartoon, it was basically Jonny Quest made more for adults and made insanely wacky. So it was literally every single thing was a new adventure. There was Dr. Quest, Johnny's father, his right hand bodyguard, Race Bannon, and Johnny and Haji were best friends. I believe Haji's parents died, so Dr. Quest kind of adopted Haji and brought him into the family. But the main adventures would be between Johnny and Haji and Bandit. And being Indian, they kind of made Haji not really the comic relief, but more of the magical being I remember him like enchanting a rope. He always used to say Sim Sim Salabim, but this was a great cartoon when I was growing up as a kid. I don't know if it would stand up to today, if I'd still be watching it. For back when that was playing though, it was a more grown up experience. At least that's what it felt like. It felt like a kid version of Indiana Jones on all these quests trying to help his father. But he always got into these adult situations. It might actually be something to watch. I'm sure there's a streaming service that has it. If not, there's definitely a YouTube that has it. So, other than that, the last pop I have is somewhat of a grail for me. So, growing up, this was long before most people got into anime. Like early 80s. I remember watching Dragon Ball. I remember watching Dragon Ball Z. I used to play the Japanese games on the Super Nintendo. And I fell in love with several characters. Not Goku. Vegeta was definitely my go-to character for the good guys. For the bad guys, I did like Frieza, but my favorite was Cell. Just because he came after Frieza, he absorbed people, could get more powerful. And, I mean, in the video game, Cell was so much easier to use and very cheap. I like Frieza's look, but I like Cell's perfect form better. So they made a couple Friezas. I believe 3 or 4. They also made a couple Cells. The second form of Cell, which is alright. It's kind of up there in price. And the Perfect Cell, which, as a Cell fan, I kind of wanted, but to me it was missing something. And then I seen the third and final Cell that they brought out, which is another Perfect Cell, except it is Perfect Cell 759, a Funko 2020 Spring Convention limited edition exclusive that glows in the dark. It has the electricity going through around his head and around his arms. It has one arm out that looks like he's about to shoot a fireball. So on the back you have Vegeta training, Future Trunks, Goku training, I think, Piccolo, Mecha Frieza, Krillin, Android 16, and Boma. And guys, the last thing I had to pick up was the Disney 100 Lego Villains icon set. Comes with the 4 characters: Genie Jafar, Witch, Evil Queen, Maleficent, and Gaston. All of this is Legos, guys. And has hidden compartments. This is so freaking cool. Anyway, guys, it's been a busy week. It's going to be an even busier week. So thanks for watching. Take care. See you soon. Aloha.